Crypto.com CrowCoin holders. We have all this big bullish CrowCoin news and Crypto.com news, but no one's talking about this one thing that used to be getting the entire Crow fam all riled up. So we got to talk about this. So without further ado, welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Anything I say is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's hop in this video. All right, guys, so we're going to start off here. This is what we're talking about. All right, follow me at 3the3 Blacksea on Twitter. I say, imagine if Crypto.com's quarterly burn, CrowCoin burn, was multi-billion burns, right? Multi-billion coin burns. Send Crow to $2.12, to 212. So for a long time now, let's rewind to like 2023. Let's actually rewind even further back when originally Crypto.com and CrowCoin, they burned 70 billion coins. And it brought the total circulating supply of CrowCoins from 100 billion to 30 billion. Well, you fast forward a bunch. Into 2025, we had a 2025 roadmap come out, and basically, they said that there's going to be quarterly burns. Guys, I don't know if you were around, but we started a movement. The Crow fam all came together, and we were saying, we want CrowCoin burns. We want CrowCoin burns. Day after day after day on Twitter, we were adding the CEO, adding the head of Kronos, really trying to start a movement, and they listened. They said, hey, you know what? 2025 roadmap comes out for Kronos and Crypto.com, and we're going to be getting quarterly burns. Now, the question is, are they buyback or not? Time will tell. But basically, it was something based on how Binance had buyback and burns with quarterly profits, how Binance would do with their BNB coin. And it creates good buy pressure because the circulating supply is getting smaller and smaller. Well, so now we also have to talk about that there is 70 billion new coins added to the circulating supply. Love it or hate it, there was a lot of controversy back then, but now I think that it's becoming a little bit more clear. You know, Chris Marsack was somewhat right so far on this, that we'll be a lot happier later on when we figure out what those coins are going to be used for. And if you look at CrowCoin right now, we're getting a nice bid off of the fact of what these coins are probably being used for right now, and that is creating a CrowCoin treasury with Donald Trump's Truth Social. And when it got announced, we basically saw an absolutely massive move to the upside, nearly a 400% gain, 380% gain. And obviously we retraced a little bit, but that's absolutely okay. You can't go up 400% and not have a little bit of a sell-off. And really the entire traditional market and crypto market is selling off a little bit too, spooking everyone out, moving into September, bearish September, yada, 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 right? So I want to talk about that a little bit because we have this 70 billion minting of coins, bringing us back to 100 billion circulating supply for CrowCoin. But 1.12 billion coins are getting added to the market month over month. Not all at once, okay? It's over the period of about 5 years. And I think these coins are going to be used to really benefit the CrowCoin investors. So I think there's a lot of give and take with it. You have to trust Crypto.com's leadership that they are going to be spending these coins in the right manner to generate more revenue, to generate more hype, and bring more users to the Kronos chain, and thus send CrowCoin to a higher price target. But guys, in the meantime, what am I doing? I am in a CrowCoin long position. I got long around 15.5 cents around this area here, and I've taken my profit, and now I have a stop loss at 212, about 21 cents. And I really think that we probably don't come down to that level unless we see really some big volatility from Jerome Powell on September 17th with the FOMC meeting, the rate cuts, and if he's hawkish or he's dovish. I still don't think that we come down there unless it's a really rough meeting, which I don't expect. So I'm going to continue to have my position open, and if we start to go higher and higher, I'm just going to keep raising my stop loss higher and higher and higher and try to ride this up to $1 and beyond, guys. I do think that $2.12 is possible. I think $1 is possible in 2025, and I do think that $2.12 is possible, especially for seeing these CrowCoin burns. If we see multi-million CrowCoin burns, like that's great. But if we can see multi-billion CrowCoin burns, I think $2 would be conservative. Okay, now it's not financial advice. I'm just telling you guys my thoughts on this market, my thoughts on Crypto.com and Kronos, and I've been trading crypto for nearly a decade, and I'm just giving you my insight on what I think different scenarios and how likely they are to play out. Now, if you guys do want to trade, feel free to check out in the pinned comment section or description box below. We have a $100,000 deposit bonus to BitConnect, as well as $10 for free when you open an account. And on Blowfin, we have a 10% trade rebate and a $5,000 sign-in bonus. Take advantage of all the awesome promotions and affiliate links down below. It really helps support this channel. And guys, there are a lot of lucrative promotions. If you're already trading, open up an account, take advantage of the sign-in bonuses. Check it out. All right, so Kronos right now is at rank 18. Down, I mean, we were up a little bit on the 7-day, but we just saw our weekly candle closure about 30 minutes ago. And I do think that, guys, like September, I think that from this point till September 17th, we see the FOMC meeting. It's probably going to be pretty quiet, maybe a slow grind up because those rate cuts are expected to happen. A rate cut is expected to happen on September 17th, but it's also a little bit concerning because if everyone's expecting that, it's probably going to be a little bit of a sell the news event. But even if it is a sell the news event, I expect it to bounce. I expect Q4 to be bullish, okay? Right now, we're sitting at just barely below a $10 billion market cap at $9.31 billion for Crowcoin at about 28 cents. Like I said, 33.6 billion Crow is in the circulating supply out of a max of 100 billion. And there will be 100 billion Crow coins in the circulating supply in 5 years. Okay, so keep that in mind. So there is sell pressure. So the sooner this liquidity comes to Crow coin, the higher the likelihood that we will see 212. $5, maybe, if we get those Crow burns. Because it's going to be an interesting game, right? How much Crow are they really going to be burning? Like if they're burning 50 million, it's not going to do anything really. But if they're burning like a billion, a couple billion every quarter, that would really impact the price of Crowcoin. And I think that they're going to be burning multi-billion month over month? No. And I don't think that they're going to be burning multi-billion every quarter. I think that'd be crazy. I would love it to see it, but I don't think that plays out. But I wouldn't be surprised to see like 50, 100 million, somewhere around that every quarter. And I think that'd be good to see, just to show like, hey, like the supply is decreasing and we're not going to be minting any more coins. And I think that would help with the sell pressure issue. And they're always playing this game where there's constant sell pressure because Crowcoin is a reward token. It's a utility token for Crypto.com. And when you have a Crypto.com Visa debit card or credit card and you lock it up, you get staking rewards. And before semi-recently, those staking rewards, people would get them, and then they would just sell them immediately. So it would cause automatic sell pressure on Crow. But now, you can't do that. You cannot sell your Crow coin that you get from the rewards until you unstake your card, which means basically deactivating your card. So it's a give and a take, And I think that it's important to realize that Crypto.com definitely is aware of that. And I think Kronos leadership is aware of that. So I'm confident that they're going to make the right decisions. Now, hopefully I don't eat my words. Hopefully I don't, because I know it's a very tricky game. They're juggling so many things, and they need to make sure that they don't drop anything, right? So looking at the overall market, Bitcoin's at 112,000 on the weekly candle closure. Bitcoin dominance at 57.61%. If you exclude stablecoins, we're basically at 60%, 59.5%. It's not the weekly candle closure. What am I talking about? We just saw the daily candle closure. I don't know why I said that earlier. But, yeah, Bitcoin dominance, I don't expect to see that big flush out for altcoins until Q4. So I think we have a little bit of time. We're still in September. I think that we probably don't even see that flush out maybe until late October, or maybe, just maybe, if we see a succession of rate cut, something like that, then it might cause a little bit of a more friendly environment for risk on assets, aka crypto, which I would love to see. And if you look at Bitcoin right now on the weekly time frame, we are trading just on the very important support level, 110,000. Really love to see us flip this as bullish. I want to hold this level. I want to hold this level on the weekly time frame. If we don't hold it on the weekly time frame, that's fine. But it does open a world for more sell pressure. And there's also another game we're playing is how much longer do we have in the Bitcoin bull market cycle? Because we are in the fourth and final phase of the bull market. And the closer we get to that 1,064 days from the bottom, the riskier it gets that the top is in, right? So you got to be careful. It's another game that we're playing. But I do want to show you on the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame looks great. You look at the market cipher here on the momentum waves. We're still over the 60 line bull market territory. You don't want, the second you start flipping below the 60 line, the monthly, you should be getting a little bit concerned for a longer term time frame / trend reversal, maybe moving into a bearish price structure. Okay. But right now, there's nothing to worry about. The weekly, we can come below the 60 line. That's fine. But maybe we have a couple weeks of sideways chop. Maybe we just slowly have the RSIs reset around 110 to 105,000. I know some people are talking about 100 or 95,000, but I think it's a little bit of a stretch. But guys, let me know in the comments below. Are you bullish on crypto.com and Crowcoin? Are you excited about all these crazy things? Are they going to burn billions of Crow? If they do, I think that's like the easiest path to bringing us to 212 and beyond, especially with all these Crowcoin treasury news. I think that'd be absolutely insane. And while there's hype, now would probably be a good time to do that. But time will tell. But let me know in the comments below. Are you bullish? Check out all those awesome affiliate links in the pinned comment section or description box. Really helps support this channel. Take advantage of all the promotions. That's all I got. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.